Without fire was frozen in the stream of tears. They still think of the past. And too many fullness, day after day. Misery, and too many fullness, day after day. Your passion, take it from me. Must will tell you when to make yourself happy. Your passion, must will tell you when to make yourself a hero. Without flowers, forget what they quit for day after day. Without fire was frozen in the stream of tears. They still think of the past. And too many fullness, day after day. Misery, and too many fullness, day after day. Your passion, take it from me. Must will tell you when to make yourself happy. Your passion, must will tell you when to make yourself a hero. Without flowers, forget what they quit for day after day. Without fire was frozen in the stream of tears. They still think of the past. And too many fullness, day after day. Misery, and too many fullness, day after day. Your passion, take it from me. Must will tell you when to make yourself happy. Your passion, must will tell you when to make yourself a hero.
What is good, people? It is the King of Anime podcast. I am Sasuke the Savage. He is everything animated. And who are you, folks, in the chat? I see a Fader Moon. I see a Trayvon. Plungers. Hellos. Salutations. Goodbyes.
Hello.
What's good with you fine folks? We have full set list to get into today. Full house, 5 episodes of anime to talk about. Nakama Club, Girls Band Cry, Daemons of the Shadow Realm, Smoking Behind the Market with You. I Want to Love You to Your Dying Day, officially called Yuri Potter. And Sparks of Tomorrow. That is the entirety of our set list. So hopefully you guys have watched these episodes and you would be down to discuss it with us.
Yeah. And if not, well, the heck with you. Oh my gosh, look who's in the chat. It's Decrepit Storm.
Like how you said that before you said anything about C.
Oh, yeah. And then there's C.
Yeah.
But anyway. No, in all seriousness, he's preoccupied right now, but he'll be here in the chat. You know, that's he's a busy man. But hello, Decrepit Storm. Is this one of these rare moments where you're gonna be here throughout the whole chat?
Or is he the real Decrepit Storm, or is he like?
Is this his alt?
AI. I think that's the
Could be
real
AI.
Decrepit Storm. I think so. We really got evil Yahweh in 2026. Yes, we do. Will be discussed at the end of the show.
Oh boy.
However, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have anything to uplift your spirits. I don't got it in me. I ain't got the articles. There's one thing though to talk about, so we can kind of go into it without even like leading into it.
Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
Konosuba season 4. Season
Can't believe
4.
It's been 4 seasons.
Yeah, that has been announced. You said there was going to be a studio change, right, EA?
Yeah, I can go into that. Essentially, it's been announced it's coming out in 2027, so next year. It used to be, what was it before? Oh, Studio Drive was the third one. So this new studio is ENGI. I don't know if that's like NG or if that's an acronym for something, but that's apparently the new studio that's going to be taking over Konosuba Season 4. We went from, what was the first 2 seasons? Do you even know?
I wanna say it was JC Staff, but I could be completely wrong.
I think it was JC Staff. That sounds right. JC Staff, and then Studio, like I said, Studio Drive, and now Studio NG.
No, it was Studio Dean.
Oh, my mistake. It was definitely a studio. We just didn't know what it was. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. It just seems like this is the series that just nobody wants to make. It just keeps getting passed from studio to studio. You know, they take a look at Kazuma and they go, "Yeah, I don't want to animate this." They see Aqua puking up rainbows. Yeah, I don't want to animate this.
It might be first like, well, JC Staff was was it? I think JC Staff did a movie. I think it did a movie.
Okay.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah. The studio behind Uzaki-chan, aka Sugoi Dekai.
At this point, Konosuba might be like the first anime whore. Like just in terms of it being animated by different studios. Well, if you count the entirety of the Fate franchise, that would also be a whore. Anime slut. But yeah, because like, yeah, Studio Dean, JC Staff, Drive, and now this studio. Who's next? Who else is going to get a turn?
Who's gonna dip their wick?
Yeah,
in Konosuba when season 5 gets announced.
At least with Fate, it has like so many different properties. It kind of has to be done by other studios, or else you're just asking for someone to get burnt out and die. But Konosuba, we're up to 4 seasons, and it's almost to the point where we have a different studio every season.
Oh no! I insist. You animate it. Oh no! You do it. Oh no! The pleasure's all mine. You do.
This is hot potato with the series.
Seriously. Decrepit Storm says, "I'll animate Konosuba next." Okay,
well, go for it. They'll probably
we
let
know
you
what
take
you can do. You make some wonderful videos. I think I think you can take a shot at it. Also, C Tactics said Mappa, Madhouse, Wit, and Science Seru. Those are all like really great studios right now. Could you imagine if one of those just decided to take on Konosuba?
Yeah, right. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
Konosuba is not up to par to be in our studio.
Oh yes, there's Aqua. Do we really want to animate Aqua? No.
Rainbow vomit? I think not.
Rainbow vomit and underwear that you can never see. Isn't that like a power of hers? Like she has like underwear that you can never see or something. I feel like that's a thing.
It's so much about Konosuba that I forgot that it could be, and I wouldn't even remember.
Right. Right.
Um,
Trayvon said, I feel like Mappa would do it. I mean, Mappa likes to take on a lot of stuff, so you never know.
yeah. Mappa was like the if Konosuba's the anime whore or slut, Mappa's the pimp.
Where's my money?
Yeah, pretty much. But I don't know if you had any more news you wanted to go over, but that's the only thing I thought was worth talking about.
I don't think so. I mean, I know San Diego Comic-Con happened this past weekend and they like announced a bunch of stuff at San Diego Comic-Con. Like we're going to get a new Black Panther recast. We're going to get a new Ghost Rider movie. Spaceballs 2 is coming out and Rick Moranis is acting again, first time in like 20 plus years, which is great. Other than that, you know, pretty much your basic run of the mill, like that I think that's all that I heard. I don't think there was really anything anime related when it came to San Diego Comic-Con, because that was last year when they did the whole, you know, Demon Slayer movie. But there's not a Demon Slayer movie this year, so maybe next year they'll go over it. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay, C Tactics said, I think the joke is that Aqua doesn't want people to see her underwear, so she made them invisible. See, I thought it was something kind of like it was a spell or something. So there you go. You can't see her underwear, so it's invisible. Big brain.
Yeah. Only the smartest people could come up with an idea like that.
You can't see the underwear if there's no underwear to see.
Just like curb stomping all perverts.
Yeah.
But I think it's time to get into our first show of the night, and that show is my pick for Nakama Club. A little show by the name of Girls Band Cry. Episode 3.
I think this show needs to be changed. Instead of Girls Band Cry, it should be called Girls Constantly Forgetting Their Cell Phones.
Yeah, they do kind of. Yeah, it's kind of a way to get them to talk to each other some way, somehow.
It's definitely a plot device for sure. You know, because Nina did it first, and then who's the drummer? Subaru. Subaru. Excuse me, Subaru. Subaru. Yes, I gotta remember that. She lost her phone. And poor Momika is just like caught in the middle, just going, why do I keep finding these people's fucking phone? They keep forgetting them.
Because they all keep running away suddenly. Like, that's pretty much Nina's signature move now.
I know, right? How many times did she do it this episode alone?
She only did it twice this episode, but the reason why it feels like it's a lot more is because she's done it pretty much every episode.
She really has. I'm going home now. I like this. Or meets new neighbors. Watch my shit. I'm out of here.
Yeah, like she's done a whole running away gimmick almost every episode.
She has to be real good with her cardio, because, you know, the girl be running every time she has a chance.
Yeah. At any social opportunity, she will run. This episode was all about getting Nina and Subaru together because, as we saw, Subaru is a very social person. She's very friendly and happy beat, kind of cheery. And that really clashes with Nina's personality, who is sort of the opposite of that. Very insecure, and she doesn't like to be looked down upon. So when you have a character like Subaru who's kind of forcing the conversation with her, she doesn't take it in a way of, oh, she's just trying to be nice. Even though she recognizes that, the way she chooses to internalize it is that she sees it as Subaru looking down on her, as if she needs somebody to talk to her in order to, to get on friendly terms. So that was one of the big conflicts that we had in this episode.
Yeah. And Subaru was just like, can I just want to talk to you and not look down on you? Come on.
No.
I think you're overthinking this.
No.
No. In fact, I broke your shit the last time you gave it to me. I don't need this.
And kicked her in the shin.
That's right.
For laughing at her.
Barely knew the person. To be fair, the other person barely knew her too, and she laughed at her.
At her crying.
But yeah, it's like, oh, you're a little baby. You're just crying. How could? And then she just kicks her. It's like, wow. Know her for like a total of 5 whole minutes, and you just kick her in the shins.
Yeah.
That's a great impression.
Yeah. So another thing we saw in this episode is Nina's conflict with whether she's going to be in or out of this band, because she told Momika that she doesn't want in on this. She wants to focus on her studies, and she wants to, graduate high school, go to college, all this stuff. But it seems like her interest has leaned towards this music making, because she got an app on her phone, and she's been on that app more than I spend time on the Switch when I'm playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. She is just on that thing day and night from dusk to dawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She must have some kind of like excessive compulsive, because she's just like constantly doing this, and now she's like, no, study. And then she like thinks for a little bit, here's maybe a slight bit of music, and goes right back to it. And then she's like, no, what am I doing? And then she just has outbursts and screams, and people are just like, shh, calm down. We're in a library.
That one guy's going to come out again. Shut up.
Shut up, boo.
I think with Nina though, she's such an interesting character to me, because I feel like the whole studying thing that she does isn't really even for herself. It's more so to prove other people wrong. She may have been called like a dropout or something when she didn't want to go to school after all the bullying and stuff, and probably her parents got on her about that, and she probably said something rash like, well, I'll still go to college even if I don't go to high school, and yada yada yada. Because her going to this place in the first place was very impulsive and rash on her end. So I feel like the whole school thing isn't even for herself, because from all accounts that we've seen, she's not really invested in it with by herself. Like, she much preferred to make music on this app.
Yeah, but don't tell her to sing though, because then she'll really freak out. It's not like she wants to be in a band. She's making music. She literally, from sun up to sundown, is on this app looking to make music. But you tell her to sing, she's gonna get up and run away.
Yeah, signature move. But
yep.
That was the other thing this episode, just Momika trying to push her into channeling her teen angst into making music and performing, because she has all this bottled up rage and anxiety in her, and Momika likes her singing voice and thinks that she could convert that into making great art, which as we said last podcast, a lot of great art comes from troubled past and people who have led very interesting lives. And I think Nina falls in that category, although it's not like the craziest thing that we ever heard. I think a 17-year-old girl living on her own, just kind of being distant from her parents who got bullied. I think she has a story to tell.
Yeah. I mean, for anime, it's pretty normal, but for like, regular everyday life, yeah, it's definitely something that's not of the norm for sure. But Decrepit Storm said, Nina's phone, your screen time has gone up 4,000% this week.
I know her phone is hot.
Oh, for sure. At least the people who told her to shut up in the library didn't get attacked by a light.
Because she didn't have it on her.
If she had it on her, who knows? I mean, that was a lot of people. You think she would go after everybody?
She might.
Me.
I don't know, because Nina is as Momika called her in this episode, she's a walking contradiction. Like, you may think of Nina as a coward and someone who's very timid, but she'll have these bursts where she'll overcome that in a flash. And I think it's really just tied to her inferiority complex and her insecurities. Once you make those things flare, she just turns into a complete, it's like a flip. It's a switch gets flipped.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely contradictory. I love how when she was gonna leave yet again about the whole singing, and Momoko was just like, if you leave, you're out of the fucking band. And she's just like, fine, whatever, I don't care, screw you, I'm out of here. Pinkies and whatever. Shuts the door, and then Subaru was like, shouldn't we do something? He's like, let's give it a few. Waited a good 5-10 seconds, and she just begrudgingly comes back. Fine.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah. Don't you think telling me to quit the band is unfair? All you had to do is rage bait her, essentially. Because I do that scene was pretty funny because Momika just knows her at this point. But yeah, you press that button and you make her have to deal with being underestimated or something of the sort, and she's going to try to prove you wrong. That's the one thing about her. She has a lot of like cowardly attributes to her character, but she is like a brave person at the same time. I mean, to put on that outfit that she had at the end of the episode and perform.
Oh my god,
yeah. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, she came out and she was screaming, ah, ah.
Ah.
Now do it slower.
Played her like a fiddle. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And then essentially they end with, her nerves being gone. They do the whole performance. Everything is together, comes together, and they sing a great song, and it's wonderful. And I think I don't know about you, but I think Nina likes singing now.
She's probably gonna join the band if I had to guess something. Wild guess, I know, wild guess, but
yeah.
I feel like a band is forming, especially too because we saw two of these girls that we've seen before in the Beef Bowl place, and they seem to be musicians as well because they got a card from Momika, and when she talked to the other girl in the back, she was like, well, I have a card to exchange to them. Do you think we should do it? And the other girl was kind of hesitant, so they probably play something to what that is. Well, considering we're in a band, somebody's probably got to be on the keys. I don't know what other instrument. Well, no, we need a bass too. So that's probably the two instruments that we're missing.
Was it me or when they did the final performance at the end Did you hear the bass? And yet they are playing without a bass, and there's no bass.
They had a loop. They had a looper to play the bass.
Right, you're right. Oh, that's smart because I forgot they introduced that at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, they're playing a bass. There's no bass player right there. But then you're right. You're right. That just shows you how musically challenged I am.
But is there? Oh, whoa, yeah. We got a little bit of Subaru's backstory too, because in the fight that she had with Nina was kind of in the same way that she thinks that people have this outlook of her. She was also having these preconceptions about Subaru. She thought that she was just like this popular girl that was looking down on her. But Subaru has her own demons to deal with, and that is the demons of familial expectations and following in her grandma's footsteps, who was a famous actress. And she's having to go to acting school because everybody around her thinks that she's going to do the same thing that her grandma's doing. But she has no desire to do that, and she's kind of just going along with it to keep everybody happy.
Yeah. Yeah, I also liked in that conversation where she's just like, do you want me to just leave the band? That way you can stay or something? She's just like, no, that's not it. I swear, I'm just very awkward. That's all.
Yeah. I do like Subaru just because she's very... She can she's direct, and she can just read the situation pretty accurately, because she, before that scene happened, there was a scene where she tried to walk with Nina home, and Nina just, very cowardly goes like, I need to go to the store, and it's like, well, I'll go with you. No, that's okay. I'm going straight home after this. I kind of don't want you to be here because you fucking stink, but I don't want to tell you. So that whole thing, she knew that Nina was avoiding her, but she
smell like meat buns.
Yeah. But she was keeping the peace, but it got to a point where it's like, well, if you don't like me, I could just leave, because for me, I'm just trying to have fun in the band, and I don't want to ruin anything that's already established. So they nipped that issue in the bud. Although I still think the issue exists within Nina. At least their issues have been rectified somewhat. Like, now that things are up in the air, they can be closer together.
Yeah. For sure. I guess one other thing we saw kind of like towards the end before the live performance and everything is that Momika had another band.
Mm-hmm.
And she was looking up and saw the poster and was like, well, Nina and Subaru were like, what's she looking at? And then Subaru was just like, she's looking at her old band.
Yeah. So we knew about we didn't see them, but we knew about the other band. I think they were called Daemons, if I remember correctly. So, and just based on what Momika was saying and some of the things that she's already said to Nina, where she was talking about like how fun it is to be in a band and fight and bottle things up and let that explode in their art and whatnot. So yeah, that comes from the position of someone who's been through this whole thing before, but something went wrong. And we know too, she had that one song that she basically gave to the band, and they're making money off of it, but she's not making money off of it because she just decided to give it away. So she's like the odd one out within the band. It's like she decided to do her own thing for whatever reason, and they decided to keep going. And now it seems like they are uber successful because they got billboards up.
Yeah. I wonder how she feels about that, knowing that they're famous and successful and she's on the other end, essentially.
Yeah. It's got to be hard, especially when you built the foundation for it. It's kind of a extreme situation, but it kind of reminds me of the whole thing in Breaking Bad with the gray matters thing.
Yeah. yeah, he would have been a millionaire, but he
Mhm.
decided to leave that company for nickels compared to what they made later.
Yeah, we know how that whole thing turned out.
Yeah, yeah. It was a 2 year fucking weirdo shit that happened in, hey, meth and
Yeah,
going to Mexico
yeah.
and being in his underwear.
Typical midlife crisis, we're all bound to go through it.
If I ever get cancer, boy, would I not want to go through something like that.
Yeah, yeah, I
Sheesh.
would hope not.
Hope not even.
But that was pretty much it for this episode. I think this was, getting the trio to work together, just getting these characters closer, with also the possibility of the family growing bigger with the two girls at the beef bowl place, and setting up for some things, maybe like some confrontation with Momika and her former band, because she keeps looking at the billboard kind of like longingly, or well, we don't really know. Yeah, we don't really know what to take from it. It could be anger, longingness, or whatever. But that's set up.
She looks hot.
She's just thirsting over it. Like, oh my god, I miss her. Oof.
I
Those
really
nights.
miss her.
God.
Oh, that her scent. I miss her musk.
But our next show is a show that I think you guys might like. Goes by the name of Daemons of the Shadow Realm. Episode 16.
Yeah, this particular episode didn't pull any punches. No pun intended. But yeah, we basically started where we left off. Left was like, I accept your challenge, mere mortal, and your little swords.
Yeah.
I will break your sword before it touches me. And she did. She broke the sword, but it regenerated.
Yes.
And then it cut her arm off.
I don't know what to make of this Daemon, because although like left or right or made of stone, they're like real sturdy and they have these powers that kind of contradict the whole stone thing. I don't really know what to make of Ivan's swords, because they like are able to regenerate. They're just swords, like they can't move on their own, and they can seemingly cut through dimensions. I don't know what the hell is going on with these things.
Yeah, I don't know which ones cut and which ones teleport, because it just seems like they're doing pretty well for themselves. They'll just cut things. They don't like Ivan. They keep calling him a monkey.
Well,
and
yeah,
it's
that's
like he'll
that's
better,
the one.
monkey.
The other one just doesn't talk. The other one hates him.
Yeah, the other one's just shy. At least I feel like they're shy. But they fight for a pretty good while. Left loses her arm and is like, go to Home Depot, get some spackle, put it back together. No big deal.
Yeah.
And I just love how Dara's just like, do you think that'll work?
Yeah, you are you okay? Yeah, left is you're never really going to get her to be shocked or freak out or anything. She'll just take everything in stride. She's like, she loses the arm, she's like, shit, well, I got to do better next time.
Yeah,
we'll patch that up later.
I mean, she essentially just put it in her waist.
Yeah, her waistband
for later. Yeah, for later, and then
some duct tape on it.
No big deal. Yeah, so that happened. Her arm gets chopped off. Right, all of a sudden, it's just like, hold on a second. He starts sniffing around. I smell blood on these damn swords. I smell the village. I smell Euro's mother and father.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh no! And then,
so are they dead?
Right. And Ivan's just like, killed a bunch of people. I honestly don't know.
Yeah,
as a merciless villain would say. So, it does beg the question, like, are they dead? Were they maybe teleported or something? I don't know.
Yeah.
'Cause it's weird.
It's hard to call it. I'm more leaning on the fact that they aren't dead just because I feel like
That'd be a shock.
there has to be a conversation with them in Euro at some point, at least with one of them. Just because their blood is on the sword doesn't mean that they got killed. And Ivan is being very tongue-in-cheek about it. He's kind of teasing left and right about, oh, I killed a lot of people. I don't know. I kind of forget. You got to remind me. So they're not going to get information out of him unless they capture him or something of the sort.
Right.
So that's probably going to be something that's left in the air for a while. But at the very least, he's had to have some contact with them. And given his connection he's a part of the Shingo clan, but the Shingo clan is adjacent to the Kagemori clan. And we know the Kagemoris were the place of refuge for Mine, for Asa, and for Nagisa. So it makes sense how he would have had contact with them because he's in proximity to the Kagemoris. So it really just begs the question, who was on the plane with them at that time? Because what we've seen from this episode, and I know this is jumping far ahead, but as we've been speculating, there is dissension within the Kagemoris. Everybody in the Kagemoris aren't in line with the head guy, Gonzo. Yeah, some shady business going on.
Do you hate being right all the time?
I never trusted that ball fuck. I never trusted him.
I mean, you called it from the very beginning, though. That's why I was like, and you know what? It made sense. That's why I was like, if he wouldn't have done that, you probably wouldn't have even suspected him because he killed the one dude that would have given away the position of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, he's been sus ever since. But now all of a sudden, I mean, I know it kind of like ends abruptly. He could give her a nice hug, you know. You never know.
Oh! I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're alone.
You know what would be even funnier? You know, he's hiding it like this, and he just goes, "Some asshole glued this to my back. Could you please get this unstuck?"
Yeah,
that would be funny.
I don't know. So, okay, first, let me read some of the chat. Boba says, I love your manga commentary, Sasuke. You make me want to catch up on everything. You're the best. Appreciate you, Boba. Girls Band Crowd album actually goes really hard. Solid for the gym. Something I found interesting was Ivan saying less compatibility with Seal was terrible, and that Seal might not form a contract with Yuru because of Left. Yeah, because Left is the natural enemy of Seal. It's supposed to be like the thing that keeps it in check, and Right is what keeps Break in check. So yeah, they would, given that there's kind of like implications that Seal and Break are, or not even implications, because Seal and Break are so powerful, it would make sense that they may not want to make a contract with somebody that could potentially kill them or put them out of commission, especially because like their conditions to make a contract are so strict as opposed to everybody, like any other Daemons, because Daemons can get a new master like that. Seal and Break don't get that opportunity. Like they don't even get to be a part of the living world for hundreds of years because of how their whole situation works. So I could see why they might pass on the opportunity to be brought back in the real world when there's a Daemon that can like literally hunt them right next to them as soon as they get out.
Right. Yeah, it's insane. A lot, but yeah, I agree. Decrepit Storm. I wonder if Ivan isn't just full of shit with all of the contradicties, because you know, he's just a hired mercenary. Who knows if even what he says is true?
Yeah.
Guess we'll find out in the not so distant future, because basically we see Euro talking with I guess the Shingo clan or the Shingo tribe, whatever you want to call it, and they're like, "Hey, buddy, how would you like to die?" No, you're coming on a little strong. Coming on a little strong.
Ooh. Calm down.
How would you like? Yeah. How would you like to join us? We'll give you everything within reason. I like how he added that within reason. It's like, what to them is reasonable. You know, these people kill, innocent people. Like, if that's reasonable to them, what's unreasonable?
I mean, if they give me free healthcare, I might consider it. I might have to weigh my options. Like, oh, Shingo Clan, okay, hold on.
Really? Free healthcare? You mean I get my own doctor?
Dental plan, all of that. I might have to consider it. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? I'm a Shingo man. I'm on the Shingo plan. Yeah, at that point. But yeah, essentially, that's what Euro did this whole episode, was essentially just kind of talk with this group and whatnot. And Euro doesn't want anything fancy, doesn't want, money or anything like that, no power. All he wants is just a normal life. And of course, he wants Asa to be free and not be secluded to just being in that cube, as he called it. And yeah, I wonder what will happen of that, because it doesn't look like she's going to earn her freedom anytime soon.
Well, things are certainly going to pop off. And I actually have another theory about what may happen, but I'm going to save it for a bit. Decrepit Storm says, speaking of calling things, I was catching up on the podcast, and EA, you called that Donji was a Daemon, which was doubted by Sasuke, and then didn't remember that you called it the week after. Actually, yeah.
Oh, really?
I saw that because
Huh.
we were talking about that last podcast about like the whole Donji thing. But yeah, you did raise the possibility that he was a Daemon, and then I was like, nah, I think he's just a regular human, because I was thinking that he got manipulated by his mom, which was sort of the case, but no, like, yeah, you called he was a Daemon.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Cool. I completely and totally forgot about that. These things, sometimes I remember, sometimes it's just another day. But awesome. That's cool. Well, I'm glad we could both be right, Satsuki. You called the bald man evil. I called Denji a Daemon. So, what has C done?
What the fuck? What type of shot was that?
I'm sorry. I'm being mean. I apologize. No, C, we love you.
So, well, I might as well say this before I forget, since we're already in the swing of things. So, last podcast, I said things are going to be dangerous in the Kagemori manner because of everybody being out. Gonzo, Jean, and Gabby. Because they all went away to seemingly go with Gonzo to search for Yuru, because they knew about this whole thing happening because of Dara. And then I thought about it and I went, because this episode was kind of suspicious. Because Gonzo is going on this, we're going to talk about him more, but he's basically solo dolo wreaking havoc. And I thought to myself, why is he by himself? And then I really thought about it and I went, well, Gabby and Jean probably didn't go with him. I know we saw them in a car, but we got to remember what Jean's powers are, which is Makoto and I. Yeah, which literally, like, he uses it to deceive people with the anglerfish. So I'm thinking, like, maybe because Jean knew about the gate that was cut to the manor. So he has to at least raise the possibility that somebody let those people in and not that they just forced themselves in. He has to think of that possibility. So he may have left things the way they are intentionally just to see who are the traitors, who are the dissidents, who can't he trust, who's going to try to make a move on Asa now that she's defenseless. I think he intentionally did that. And I think next episode is going to be the episode where he's like, well, bald head man, Akio, I didn't know it was you exactly, but now I know it's you.
Now I know. You got a freaking crowbar behind your back.
Ooh, someone glued this to me as a prank.
Right. I was actually scratching my back. I'm sorry. I had an itch that I couldn't reach. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he's gonna be onto something. Gabby's gonna probably come in and help and assist somehow. Heck, I could even see, because Baldy was like, Gabby's usually by your side. I could see Gabby coming in for the sneak attack.
Oh yeah,
and saving her ass.
Yeah, because that'd
be just poetic.
Because that's the thing that kind of like Gonzo being by himself did make me think about it first, but Gabby being not being by Asa's side really made me think about it, because I'm like, nah, Gabby has been by her every single episode. She's always been in close proximity, and I doubt she would just leave her alone, even in the midst of being with the Kagamoris. So yeah, I think Gabby and Jean are still here, but are in hiding, waiting for someone to try to make a move on Asa, because they know that there's people that they can't trust in the Kagamoris.
Right. Yeah, after the last raid on the mansion, they have to be like paranoid as fuck. Mm-hmm. So they probably did that intentionally. It's like, let's pretend to leave. Gabby, you're gonna say that you left. You're actually gonna leave or stay, but we're gonna leave and we're gonna do our thing. I could see something like that.
Yeah, because
freaking
Gene is pretty smart, so I would expect him to. I don't expect him to know who it is, but I expect him to think there's got to be somebody who betrayed us.
Yeah. He's not 100% sure, but he's at least wary enough to be cautious.
Yeah.
But Gonzo, dude, I always love it when I see old people that are badass in anime. It's just it's a guilty pleasure to buy it. I don't care what it is. It's just something that's just great. He's no exception. First, you just see he's got these two, I don't even know, like just bugs, like centipedes on his arms, and just like boxing people and whatnot. But then you also see he's got like 100 other Daemons on top of that. And I'm like,
yeah.
So people can have more than two? I guess that makes sense. Didn't really go in depth into it.
Okay, so we know that people can have more than two just because of Asa existing, because Break is a Daemon, and she has a Daemon that she currently has now, the Yin and Yang one. So we know that much, but yeah, we didn't know that it could be taken to this degree, because he has like a whole baseball team of Daemon. This is just like, wait, what the fuck? That's a thing? You can do that?
It's literally Pokemon. I didn't know you could catch them all.
Let alone battle with them all at the same time.
Right. But I loved how it showed him just completely owning the Shingo crew, or the hired mercenaries. I don't know who they were, but they definitely knew what was going on and why he was there, and they worked with Shingo and whatnot.
Yeah.
I liked how at least you saw that. But the funniest part of the show or episode was definitely the regular, like, just night watch, just sipping on his coffee, seeing an old man just shadow box and everything else explode around him. I love that, because that is exactly how it would look like to a regular human being. And that's why I love how he didn't even freak out either. It's like it was a normal occurrence in his life.
It's a running gag because they did the same thing when Yuru was in the department store with Left and Right, and the cashier saw Left and Right, and
right.
and she saw the Daemon. She was just like, "Can I go home? I'm hallucinating. Can I go home?" And they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So yeah, he did the same thing. He just called up. He was like, "Yeah, I need to go home because I think I'm hallucinating." And they were like, "Shut the fuck up." So yeah, that's like a running gag of people. And it also happened when we first saw Gene, when he saved this one girl from this like stalker guy, and he ended up killing the stalker guy. And then Gene was, when she saw the anglerfish, Gene was like,
yeah.
And then she was like, "I must be hallucinating."
It is definitely a running gag in the series, and oh my goodness, it's hilarious. I thought that was just as funny. What are you talking about? Get back to work. And he's just like, I hate this fucking job. I hate this job. Hello, Ferds. Welcome in. Just watched the latest episode of Daemons and came to see what you guys thought of because Satsuki was doubting Akio from the start. Yep.
That bald head guy had me like his face just in general. Oh, that's speaking of that, the Crypto Store said before that he doesn't realize it's on his back and he makes his shocked face again.
If they did that, that would be hilarious.
Sorry, Austin, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. One of the things that I thought was really noteworthy when Left and Right were fighting Ivan was the fact that they were just out of reach, and even Ivan was like, kind of like dodging and everything, and even Right and Left were like, he's just barely missing us.
Mm-hmm.
Left made the absolute smart decision to take her own cut off arm and smack him in the face with it.
And smacked him hard too.
Yeah, to at least make him spit blood. And I was like, smart.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you can't beat him the regular way, and if he's just like, thinking he's you can like just barely missing him, make an extender, aka your own arm, and just bam. That was great.
I love the fact that he was complaining about getting jumped, not even like put it in context that he has two Daemons that he's fighting with. Right. So when you think about it, it's actually 3v2.
To be fair, that's exactly right. Yeah, so they're at a disadvantage if nothing else. But what honor amongst thieves? It's like he ain't got no honor. No. He just likes to say that just to try to make it fair. And he did try to say that a few times, where it was just like, "What would your master think?" And they're just like, "Our master wouldn't care. In fact, he'd probably be happy." He knew he couldn't win him over with honor and like logic and stuff like that.
This is the same guy that like kills women and children like his any other day.
Right, and it's just right, and goes to bed sleeping like an angel. It's no big deal to him. But freaking ridiculous. But yeah, they keep fighting. Gonzo is going insane. Baldy's about to, or maybe he isn't. I don't know. Like I said, it just cut it off. It was cut off right before he could do anything. So I'm just like, what could possibly happen?
Speaking of insane, are we going to talk about Asa's mental state?
Oh my god,
she's still in the whole. I want to see my brother.
I want to see my brother. I want to see, and I love how after she said it, like for the 496th time, she was like, "Gabby, are you still here? Gabby?"
Yeah, she finally broke out of it.
She's zoned out. My goodness, yeah.
You know what character I'm starting to have a fondness for?
Dara?
Makoto. The one with the hat. that was with Asa doing she was like
right, and have being the assistant, and then she was just like, "Why am I an assistant to a mangaka? Why am I helping this man?"
Yeah.
And she was happy, and then she just was like, "Wait, why am I happy?"
Yeah, because she's like completely flipping her life to do like some normal stuff, which I think is cool. I kind of, you know who she reminds me of, because we always compare it to the show The Full Metal Alchemist, given the same mangaka. She kind of reminds me of Maria Ross from My Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia, from my Full Metal Alchemist. Like someone who is like, because she was in the military, someone who is in an organization, but she isn't, like, the things around her are above her pay grade, so to speak. That's how I see Makoto as. It's like she's in the Kagamoris, but like the Kagamoris are like completely on a completely different level than her. She's like a street level criminal in this big ass organization. I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, she's doing well. Heck, maybe she's the one that comes to save. Wouldn't that be something? Because she did just leave not that long ago.
I do think that if they were in a pinch, she could help them escape, because her daemons are very useful for that. It could, it's gonna sound wrong, put it in context, because she has the Tano key that can like grab them in his ball sack. That's literally the daemon's powers. I didn't make that up.
Yep.
That's the power.
True. Look it up.
Is there anything else though?
Basically hit him with a rock sock. Chop, bam. But yeah, it was pretty entertaining. I enjoyed it. I'm just looking to see what's going to happen next episode, because we have all these moving pieces now.
Yeah. We didn't really talk about Yuru too much, but how do you think he's going to approach this offer the Shingo clan? Because I'm pretty sure both of us don't think he's going to join, obviously, but like, what exactly do you think he's going to do as far as them using fake Asa as a bargaining chip? What do you think his move is?
I mean, that's a good question, because I mean, fake Asa, he has relations with her, but not like a relationship in a way like her real sister or his real sister. But he does know that fake Asa is related to Denji, so there is that notion. And this other girl, she's just a villager, so if nothing else, he would like try to come to some agreement, like let them go, but I'll help you. I don't know if he'll so much join. I don't even know if he would even try to kill himself or like try to get the power of seal. I mean, maybe.
That's what honestly, I'm afraid of him doing. That's the direction I feel like they may go, where he'll kill himself to free them.
It's almost making it seem like where they want him to get the power seal, and I think this is like basically a perfect opportunity where it's like, you let them go, I'll try to get the power seal. And this is where he'll try to get it in a way. Like there doesn't seem to be very much option for him. Like he doesn't have his weapons, he doesn't have his daemons. I mean, I don't know how much stronger the uncle is compared to Yuro. I mean, Yuro is capable, he can fight and everything, but with that daemon there that basically just plucked him out of nowhere and just took him away. Yeah. I don't see him standing much of a fighting chance. So ultimately his hands are tied. He'd probably have to do that.
Yeah. And I mean, and too, just like the Shingo clan are, they have a whole criminal organization. Like these guys, Shingo may look kind of like a goof, but the fact that he's able to hire someone as capable as Ivan probably has other people in his ranks that are maybe not as equally capable, but also capable as well. So I doubt Yuru is going to just get out of this cleanly. And I feel that he probably is going to need the power of seal to escape from their clutches because
Yeah.
it's unless Gonzo himself comes here,
Right.
it's going to
If
be hard to
Gonzo
get out of
busts
this.
through, Jin does something, or even Gabby. Like, yeah, that's the only thing I could possibly think. But all signs are pointing towards the power of seal at this point.
Okay, I guess we shall see. Moving on,
Yes,
though.
we shall.
Next show of the night is C-Tactic show. Smoking
D,
behind the
introduce
market
this.
with you. C, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Let's see what C's saying. Oh, he's screaming right now.
Yeah.
So
He's not ready. He's a camera shy.
he's a little shy. But I don't know how many brain cells Sasaki has, but it seems like
2.
every time he smokes, he just has the 2 remaining left. Because, man, don't smoke, kids. You know, don't smoke.
This is your brain on drugs. There's nothing. There's literally nothing there.
This is your brain on drugs. A hot goth baddie is in front of your face, and you go, "Are you the same person as the other one?" You fool! You fool!
I
No.
I love the fact that the new character that we get in this episode, and I don't think they
The
gave her,
boss.
the manager. I don't think they gave her a name, so I just called her Vapes. Vapes
Nice.
immediately recognized the whole plot of the Yamada and Tayama thing in like 2 minutes, and Sasaki still hasn't figured this out in almost like a month.
I just thought it was funny how she just went along with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of explained later why she does. It looks like she reads manga.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just something that's like she reads manga, but also she's one of those people where it seems like her life's not that all exciting. So she lives vicariously through people who make it exciting.
She's a big romance buff where she that's like the thing that she consumes. So it's like, yeah, she kind of wants to use Sasaki and Tayama to fulfill. She's basically using them as like romantic theater or romantic live actions, where she's like, well, shit, this is better than manga, and I can get updates on this pretty much every day. So I'll take this over goddamn flagrant flowers or something.
Yeah.
So I gotta wait.
Reading.
Like I gotta wait a whole year for that next season. I could just get a new season right here.
Yeah, that's her whole thing. She's a romantic for sure, and I agree. She put 2 and 2 together almost instantaneously. Whether that be because that's just who she is, she just picks up on things real quick, or she's just a huge manga nerd and like, I know a plot that was like this. It's kind of like that one manga I read, but
Pretty much.
yeah, she got it. But this man, Sasaki, is still... Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Ooh.
I mean, first off, we got... Sasaki, you're not going to believe this, but Sasaki smells like cigarettes.
What? How would that happen?
I don't know. I mean, it's not like he smokes every fucking day or anything. It's not like this show is called Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You or anything.
Yeah. So,
But yeah, his boss is just like, you stink, you smell like cigarettes, you smell like a literal ashtray. If I smell you one more time, sir, why are you smelling me? Don't question my authority. Do it or you're fired. Okay, Benson.
Cigarettes smoke sticks to you. I'm not saying that from a smoker's perspective. I'm saying that from when I was in middle school, elementary, I was always at my grandparents' house, and my granddad always smoked. And I used to
Mhm.
smell like smoke because of me being in close proximity to him.
Yeah.
Like people thought that
parents
I smoked. People thought that I smoked. I got so many, hey, you got a light or shit like that because I had dreads too.
I got one too. I was asked for a cigarette constantly, and that if I could bum a pack, and I'm just like, I don't smoke. And they would look at me like I'm an asshole because I smell like cigarettes because my parents smoked.
You
And
stingy.
I'm like, I never had one person say anything, but they always gave me that look. And then years later, when I put two and two together, I was like, oh, I smelled like cigarettes, and they thought I smoked and that I was lying to them.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, my parents don't smoke anymore, thankfully. But yeah, once once I was able to get rid of that smell from my life, that was great. Because yeah, smoke sticks to you for sure.
Yeah. So like, you know, if you're a smoker yourself, and I like again, I'm coming from the perspective of someone who is just around it. But if you're a smoker yourself, you are going to smell like that. So if you don't got anything to, you know, get rid of that smell, yeah, you're probably going to get complaints. I can't blame anybody but for complaining about something like that because it's not all that pleasant. Now you could say like, oh, it's not really harmful because it's just the smell of it, but some people really reek of it. I used to have a English teacher who,
Oh my god.
I never saw him smoke before, but I knew he smoked because his smell was that strong. Because you could tell he would come into school probably in his car before he has to teach, smoking probably, because that smell was
Gotta teach these
strong.
fucking kids.
So I can't imagine.
Yes, Ferds. There are 2 smoking animes this season. There's Chainsmoker Cats, which C Tactics absolutely loves, and then there's this one, which C absolutely loves. So I mean, it's the same. But yes, Decrepit Storm. She's so sharp because Sasaki's brain cells were harvested to make her vape. Yeah, but this leads to the whole conversation where Sasaki's just like talking to Tayama, going, "I smell like cigarettes. I smell like a literal ashtray. Could you help me?" And she gave him advice by basically saying, when you're done smoking, after your break, brush your teeth, and also spray some nice cologne, just good scents
Axe body
or whatever
spray.
on you. Axe body spray on you, and people won't know that you smoke. They'll just go like, "Yeah, this person smells really good."
Yeah. And then she teases him by saying, "Oh, you want to see how this smells? Well, here, take a gander at my shoulder." And
Take a whiff.
she this is something that she thought, but she didn't say. At least in previous episodes, she said it this episode, where she thought of Sasaki as like a dog. And
Golden retriever.
yeah, and now like everybody is thinking that because the vapes also says that too.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're not even
Yeah,
looking at this man as a human.
It's a shame. I mean, the manager literally called him a simp this episode.
Yeah, no, and it was another word she kept calling him that I was unfamiliar with. I think she kept calling him a gaffer.
Yeah,
I never heard of
I don't know
that.
what that is. Me
Like
neither.
I've heard of golfer, so I'm assuming this is along the same
Gaffer.
lines.
Meaning, I'm gonna look it up. A gaffer is this is definitely not the same one. Is a chief lighting technician in film. I know that's a gaffer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's what she was calling
Here
him.
we go. A chief lighting technician in film, a British term for a boss, foreman, or an old man.
Oh.
There you go.
So
She's calling him an old man.
So we getting the British subs?
I guess. I mean, according to this, it says it's a British term for boss, foreman, or old man. So she's just
Aha.
basically calling him an old man.
Yeah. That makes sense then.
He's a dog, but he's also an old man, and he's a simp. The guy's a jack of all trades.
Yeah. So yeah, he Sasaki gets that advice from Toyama, and then he spreads that knowledge to Suzuki, and he's like very appreciative of it because he's like, yeah, I'm going to take my love to the to the next level, and I'm like, wait, the next level? You're married. What's the next level? I didn't really get that part. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have kids. Maybe that's the next level.
I mean, that could be very well it. It's like, honey, I love you, but now I want to put a baby in you. Huh?
Maybe.
Want to put my want to put a baby in you. What?
If a dog could be a Daemon master, there's nothing wrong with being called one. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Dogs are getting more clout now. We still need a chain smoking dog anime though.
Woof. Isn't this one technically it because they call him a dog?
Is he chain smoking though?
Oh, he's definitely not. If anyone, Suzuki is hugely chain smoking. Sorry, Tayama, not Suzuki. Suzuki's doing something else. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. We got to see a little cute side of Tayama too, because when she was teasing Sasaki and then he responded,
blushed.
Yeah, because he had responded in a genuine manner and whatever. I think that caught her really off guard because it wasn't the reaction she was expecting. So yeah, we got to see a different, not even really a different side of her, because it's kind of what I've been saying before, where the cashier persona that she has, obviously that's something that she plays up, but I feel like that is also a part of her as much as, like, I don't think that the Tayama we see that's like real cool and whatever, I don't think that's her quote unquote real personality. I just think that's an aspect of herself that she's more comfortable showing other people outside of work. But the work persona that she has is still a part of her. It's just that something that she may not be, that's a like more vulnerable side of her. So I don't think that's something that she likes to show people.
Yeah. Yeah, it was adorable. I mean, not only did she do that, but she also coveted that little gift that that Sasaki was gonna give her originally. But originally Sasaki saw vapes, manager vapes, and was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry." And I love how when they were first introduced, she's just like, "You're trespassing. I'm gonna call the police."
Yeah, she got the phone out quick. Which,
I mean,
I can't blame her, because like his story is just basically, this employee who we don't know, because he's calling her Tayama and she's Yamada to her. It's like, this employee I don't know told me I could smoke behind this place with her. What the fuck are you talking about? She probably thought he was crazy. So
yeah, lying out his ass, and it was just like, okay, liar, I'm gonna call the police on you for trespassing. But then he explained it further, and then that's when she in 0.2 seconds deduced everything and was like, oh she's messing with you. Okay, well, I'll take this gift to Tayama and make sure that she gets it. Idiot. And then that was essentially it. But yeah, and then she was happy that she got a gift, and like I said, she was holding it like it was like her child or something. Like, she was real happy, and I'm like, I definitely think they're catching feelings for each other.
Yeah.
I mean, we knew Sasaki was like really liking both personas and whatnot, but Yamada is for sure also like falling in love now, and I think that's what's going on here. And I agree, they're essentially going to be together, but when? See, you got to tell us.
I'm just waiting for him to get to that point where he feels that he's cheating on one of the other personalities because he's spending time with the other one.
Oh my God, you're right though. He's gonna, you know what he, I would love to see this. He's gonna go to Yamada and her cashier persona and be like, Yamada, I have to tell you something. I have feelings for your friend Tayama, who's a goth baddie. She just has it going on for me. You're not it. In fact, you're not even close to it. I'm sorry.
You're not my type.
You're not my type. She just looks a little better. You just started, and then just parts ways. Sees Tayama in the same night. Oh, how's it going, baby? I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about it. If in that scenario, it's just if he was forced to pick between the two, who would he pick? Because they're both the same person. It's just different sides of that personality. But I think it's just going to be if this keeps going on, it's probably just going to be a dilemma of him realizing that he is in love with both sides of her and he can't really decide.
Yeah, he's if only he were to put two and two together and realize they're the same person, his life would be so much better, because then he would realize, hey, you're the same person. You lied to me this whole time.
What if he gets like Christmas gifts from both of them though?
Wow. Wouldn't that be something?
Just doubles up on everything because of stuff like that.
Ooh. I got one from Tayama and Yamada. Oh my God. This is the greatest day of my life.
But in the same breath, this got to be exhausting for Tayama to do this at some point. Like just keep this game up. But she seems to be having fun with it.
Somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, heck, I guess if she likes it, then by all means, keep doing it. But how many clothes can you change? How many times can you put up and put down your hair? I mean, I guess.
Yeah. And we learned that Sasaki, as you wrote in the previous notes, is kind of brittle.
Yeah. Yeah, he's all he fucking did was because Tayama was just like, I really love this gift. I love this gift because when I think about it, I think of basically you going through all this trouble just to give me this gift. It's really sweet. So then he's like, okay, let me go ahead and flick this ash onto the ashtray, and she's messing with him, going farther back or whatever. He's just reaching out his arm trying to grab it, and because he holds it out for, let's just say 30 seconds to be fair, and he just goes, oh, I strained my arm by stretching.
The
Stretching.
The funniest part about the scenario is the fact that he probably went home and tried to play it off, but then he buys the material in the supermarket, so that's why she starts laughing, because she's like, you fucked yourself up last night for real.
Yeah. And she's just laughing, and he's like, what's so funny? And she just keeps apologizing, and he's like, no, tell me what's funny. And then you see the manager just in the background, just
I love this
entranced with everything. Yeah, loving it, because that's her manga. That's her excitement for the day. And I just love, I don't even think she has a name either, but she's the old granny worker. She's just doing her fucking job, loving life.
Yeah.
She don't know what's going on. She just knows that there's a weirdo that comes in every day and she replaces Yamada after she's ended with her shift, and then yeah, I mean she probably does this just for like part time. She could be retired and it's just like getting extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Ellie, you did not miss Evil Yaoi. That's the last show. But you are about to get to Bloody Yuri.
Wait, this is episode 3.
Yeah, this is true. So what
I
are
think
you
we have a
thinking?
decision to see. If you're still here, you got to tell us if this is a kill or a pass. That's first things first. Second, I think this is a wholesome and cute series. It's wholesome. It's sweet. It's any more sweeter, it would be covered in sugar and diabetes.
Yeah.
It's adorable. But yeah, it's I like it. I mean, yeah, do they smoke a lot? And I'm not particularly a big fan of smoking. No, I'm not. But I get it. That's that's this anime's thing, is that, I mean, if you were to take away the smoking, essentially it would play more or less the same, or maybe it wouldn't. I mean, they would be hanging out in the back of the supermarket not smoking, I guess. That would essentially be if they weren't smoking, but I enjoy it. It's fun. It's chill. It's a pass for me.
Yeah. This show isn't my favorite, but I think it's like one of those things, as the kids say, like a comfort anime. It's something that you can just sit back and enjoy and not really have to think about it too hard. The character dynamic between Sasaki and Tayama's it's teasing, but it's wholesome in its own way. It's just a fun show. So I am passing as well.
And I guess C fell off the face of the earth, so you're lucky that we both passed it.
Yeah, we don't have the pass screen, but it is passed. Next show is a show that has been affectionately is branded Yuri Potter. That show is I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. Episode 3.
This is also a Killer Pass episode.
It is.
So if it's a pass, it's what happens if it's a kill?
I don't know.
Womp, 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 womp.
It's just
Yeah. But before we get to that, we will talk about our thoughts on the episode itself. And I just want to say, because I did put it in the notes, and I'm going to say it again, the opening for the show is pretty good.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've heard it yourself, but what do you think of the opening? I think it's pretty good.
I like the opening. I think I skipped it last episode because I was having to rush to watch the content of it, but I did listen to it this time. I like it.
Yeah, pretty solid. It's pretty good. But this episode starts off, innocent enough, I guess, with Mimi. Speaking of dogs and cats or whatever, Mimi's got the personality of a dog. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah,
Waking up.
Poking Sheena.
She's just like, let me sleep. Why are you're crushing me? I can't breathe. So then she's getting up, and Sheena, in turn, she kind of like takes care of Mimi because she's messy and she's combing her hair and all that stuff, and it's like it feels like there's little sprinklings of friendship, love, whatever you want to call it, but they're definitely getting closer
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to all that. And yeah. Poor Sheena, though, she She gets to see Mimi for like a few seconds before she has to go back to war and everything.
Yeah.
And I just like how you kind of like saw how it's really kind of like got an effect on her. Like she truly does care if this woman lives or dies. And I think a lot of it stems from the fact that this woman literally lost her arm and she saved her and gave her a brand new arm.
Yeah, and we're seeing, or not seeing, but we saw the extent of some of these healing abilities because we saw Mimi in a bag of just gore and carnage, and she was able to revive herself from that. Which, just in a moment, it was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
I thought
I
revivals were with kisses or something. What is this?
know. And I like how Professor Fran, Nurse Fran, was essentially, like, put yourself back together. I ain't helping you. And then that's what she did. She just took her hand and just kind of like, and healed her whole body. And I was just like, whoa. Yeah, that definitely caught me by surprise too. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, definitely, honestly, didn't know where this show was going. I mean, we kind of had a good standing of like, it's about war. There's Yuri, not Yuri Bait. And then this particular episode alone, not just with that, but I won't even like say the ending now, but the ending itself was like, okay, show, now you got my attention. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy because yeah, she puts herself back together, lost her clothes, but weird, but it doesn't last long, thank God. And then like goes and sees Sheena, and I'm back. Oh, you got rice balls for me? Hell yeah! Give me some rice balls.
Yeah, this is skip a beat.
Yeah, as if nothing happened, even though she was in a million fucking pieces.
Yeah.
And then just put herself back together and just like, oh yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Give me some of those rice balls.
And that, like, that cheery disposition that Mimi has really catches Sheena off guard. She's kind of scared of Mimi, but it's not something that she likes to express and think about, but it's always sitting in her mind how she's constantly going to war, but she comes back and she's always smiling and happy. She just, I guess, like, for her, she doesn't understand how someone like Mimi can exist, because for her, she treats war as most people, I feel, would treat war, which is that it's bad. It's not something she wants to see. So yeah, Mimi is just kind of the complete opposite of her in some regards, but also in some ways she's relatable and in that she's just like a little kid. And I think because she's treated as a weapon, it doesn't give her the agency to be a kid. Like you said, this at the beginning, she's being called on to go to war time after time and time and time again. So she doesn't have the opportunity to really just live out a relatively normal school life like everybody else, because they're all war orphans being conscripted to fight in this big war. But at the very least, like, some of these kids to get to hang out and other normal stuff, but she doesn't even get that luxury.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because she's apparently like really, really smart when it comes to like history or like war history, but when it comes to math and everything else, she just draws pictures of cats and doesn't doodles. And doesn't really care, because what are they gonna do, flunk her? She's like one of their best fighters. You know what I mean? It's like trying to fail the high school quarterback that's gonna win you state championships. It's like, what are you gonna do? Fail his ass? And, you can't play if you. No, he's gonna go all the way. He's gonna play. So yeah. It's interesting just to see all that. It's, I don't know, like, Mimi almost kind of yeah, she does have very much like the childlike mindset, but is this extremely just dangerous weapon, just like kills people like nothing. And it's insane.
It kind of reminds me a little. Their dynamic kind of reminds me. It's weird to say, just because theirs is leaning more towards the romantic aspect, but their dynamic kind of reminds me of Hercule and Boo, in that you have like this super destructive thing that could be guided in any which direction. Where we saw with Bobbity, it was put in the worst way possible, killing all these innocent people and used for destruction and chaos. But in the right hands, it could just be utilized to help people and, do good in the world. And right now, Sheena it's not that extreme yet, but it could go in that direction just because Mimi trusts Sheena enough to tell her a secret that she's been keeping under wraps from people for however long. But it's something that apparently only Fran and maybe some other higher up people know about. But she trusts Sheena enough with it. So now it's kind of like she bears some responsibility in where Mimi may direct her power, like what direction she focuses her power in.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, that's a very interesting comparison. But yeah, I remember watching that the first time and I was like, and I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z with the Hercule and Boo thing and whatnot. And I'm just like, Vegeta has to be rolling in his fucking grave because that's all he would have had to have done other than making that sacrifice.
Yeah.
That was what I thought the first time I watched it. I went, oh, but then it was the evil men that brought it all back. And it was like, well, fuck me, I guess.
it's the one thing that I did like in that arc. It's a lot I don't like about that arc, but I thought that was like a really, especially for Dragon Ball, I thought it was like a real unique way to approach their villains, because their villains are usually just like evil for the sake of being evil, for
right,
for lack of better terms. It's like they don't really have much agency other than I need to inflict pain upon the world. But with Boo, it was always like, I'm kind of doing this because my fake ass daddy telling me to do it.
Yeah.
So
and then he was just like, all right, I'll stop killing people.
Yeah.
And he was like, I did it, and I didn't even have to lift a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, I would say that's probably the only good part of the whole series. That and Chi-Chi getting turned into an egg and crushed and killed, which totally caught me by surprise when I was younger. I did not expect that at all. I was like, oh shit. But I agree, Decrepit Storm. Fran is trying to make this a third smoking anime. It's fine. He would have been too prideful to be that nice anyways.
True.
Wait, who are we talking about?
He's talking about Vegeta.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's not like they won or anything. I wanted to kill myself anyway.
Fight me,
my kids.
Fight me, Boo.
I'll fight you in the afterlife. Yeah, but that whole thing happened. Mimi's doing, basically going back and forth from being in class to fighting on the war grounds and whatnot. And then who's the other group? Oh yeah, Ari and
Seiron.
Shiren. Seiron. Excuse me. Ari and Seiron are just like, so, what do you think of Mimi? Do you like her? Huh? Tell us about it. And she, what? No, I'm not. I mean, we're good friends.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much Sheena's like Mimi's second mom or something. She's like having to take care of her. Clean your room, brush your hair, go to sleep at the right bedtime.
Yeah. Because that's essentially what happened when she came back and they ate the rice balls. because Sheena was just like, I'm sorry for being the way that I was. And even Mimi was just like, you were being cold to me. I'll remember that, but okay. And then she offered to be her friend. And that definitely was something that she cherished because poor Mimi, she said she never had friends before. So she was her first friend.
Yeah.
And it warmed my heart.
Believable, because I would imagine when people see her power, they don't look at her as a human anymore.
Yeah, they look at a pile of gore and guts and everything. That you don't want to be friends with something like that. You're just like, oh,
yeah. And
they're friend.
Another part of it is it might just be jealousy too, because you got to imagine that there's people who aspire to be like one of the best classmates, but then you got this little shit who's like the best mage that they ever saw at such a young age. So she probably has a lot of people that's just jealous of her as well. But Sheena's somebody who doesn't really try to be the best at all. She kind of just tries to keep her head above water, so she doesn't have ambitions like those. So she can she's like one of the few people that can just look at Mimi and see the little girl that she is.
Yeah. Hello, Midnight. How you doing, good sir?
What's good, Midnight?
But yeah, we got a cleaning montage in this episode where Sheena was just like, Mimi, your area is just a complete and total pigsty. We need to clean this up. And she said, no, I don't want to. We're gonna do it because cleaning is good, and it, you feel good after you clean and everything's nice and neat. And then you see that, and she's just like, see, what did I tell you? Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
I also like is this a dirty sock? And she's like,
not sure.
I think so. I don't know.
Jesus. What is Fran telling or teaching her?
Nothing. I mean, she just takes her and like tells her, your ass is going to war. I mean, she doesn't teach her anything. She told herself to put herself back together. So she's not teaching her anything. It's literally just, she's literally her mother, almost like wicked stepmother in a way, not even like a fairy godmother or anything. It's just because it seems like even Mimi's just like, I don't care for you. It calls her an old man and everything like that.
Yeah, I wonder what the extent of their relationship is, because Sheena's already commented that she gets the feeling that Miss Fran treats her like they have like a mother and daughter relationship. But I feel like, while I do feel like that's true, I feel like there's some distance between a relationship like that and what they have, because of the nature of her being in the position that she's in and Mimi having to go to war, because of like how dire the situation is. I don't think they can have like as loving of a relationship as mother and daughter, because I think there's always going to be that thing in Miss Fran's mind of she's still a weapon. I feel like it's kind of like she's making the best of it that she can. Yeah. And maybe she even wants Mimi to have a normal relationship with other people, but she knows that because of her power, it's not something she can allow to happen. Because there was situations where, like when the situation that you referenced, where Sheena and Mimi become friends, she was in the background like hearing that, and she was smiling to herself, happy. But I think she realizes it's this weird balance where she wants to reach out to her like a mother would, but she knows she can't be super close to her because she knows that she has to be used to fight.
Yeah. And she even kind of like said to Sheena once she picked her up and like spun her around and like carried
knocked
her
her out.
Like she was Yeah, carried her like she was some luggage or something. Like, oh, is she going to war? It's like, do you want me to let you know about, like, let you know a little secret? You don't have to worry because she ain't gonna die. That's what she said to Sheena, and she kind of took that as like, well, what does that mean? And you know, she mentioned it to her other friends, and they were like thinking, well, maybe they just mean that she's just so strong that she can't die. You know, she's just that powerful.
Yeah.
And you know, because of that, essentially, that's you know, when Mimi comes back again from fighting another on a battlefront or whatever, she says to Sheena, well, because Sheena stayed up till the sun came up. She was that worried. She's really keep falling in love with this woman. But essentially, it's what are you still doing up? I don't understand. Oh, you know how you said that friends like to tell you secrets? Well,
boy, do I have a secret for you.
I want to say, when we wake up tomorrow, I got something to tell you. And I definitely was not ready for this type of twist, because I thought maybe it was like a magic thing, or that she was just born a certain way and that like just some kind of condition. But
I thought she was going to say that she wasn't human or something. I thought that's where they were going.
Right. Something along those lines. But they make sure to like seclude themselves. Mimi is just so excited. She's just like dragging Sheena, pulling, like, oh, I gotta tell you a secret. And then they make it their way to this secluded bench where no one's around, supposedly. Well, hopefully not. Except for that killer that took her arm the first time. No, but it's secret, hidden, and whatnot. Okay. I have a secret I gotta tell you. She whispers in her ear. The reason that I can't die is because I'm already dead. And Sheena just gives the look of like, what the absolute fuck do you mean? And then the episode ends.
Yeah. So what do we make of the title now?
Right, because I want to love you till your dying day. Well,
shit.
She's already dead. Is it like a
now
pun?
What?
Is it like is it a joke? I want to love you till your dying day. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe it's Mimi talking about Sheena. I don't know.
That would have to be it. Because if she's already dead, methinks she would never age. She would probably stay the same. She would always constantly regenerate and everything. Well, and yeah.
Well, yeah, now that you say the whole thing of, because now that's the question, because how long has she been in a state of death? Because I feel like the whole thing of her acing history is a bit red flag now, because now it's like, okay, are you truly immortal in the sense that you've been living for hundreds, thousands of years, but you just been in a state of like childlike innocence for whatever reason?
Yeah.
What exactly is the situation?
Yeah, it definitely makes me think, because I'm just like, I honestly didn't know where this show was going. Then when that happened, I was like, well, first it was the coming back together part. That was crazy. But then this little last part at the very end, her basically telling her that she's a fucking zombie. And I was just like, well, what? Where are we going to go from here now? Because there's so many different ways they could take this. Sheena freaks the fuck out and never wants to see her again. We get a backstory of Mimi and find out why she's immortal. You name it. It was crazy. I definitely was not expecting that.
Yeah. Maybe to like her confronting Miss Friend to try to get information from her, but she won't. Yeah. She won't budge on that.
Yeah, because It also seemed like she wasn't even supposed to say anything, but
Yeah.
because Sheena was recognized as her friend, a real true friend, and she said, "Well, you said people tell, friends tell each other secrets. Well, here's my secret." So Fran is definitely gonna be pissed
Hmm.
because she told her not to tell anybody. That was hinted at. Well, not hinted. It was literally shown. It's like, you've been so good not telling anybody anything, keeping our secret. And she's literally just told the secret, and now the cat's out of the bag. And I'm almost wondering how Fran's gonna handle that as well. It's like, now I'm gonna erase your memory, like Witch Hat Atelier.
Yeah, I could see something like that. Maybe something like that is why she is in the mind state of like a kid, depending on how long she's lived.
Yeah, she had to have died young if she was forever in that mindset. And maybe when she has lived forever or whatever, she's never learned proper etiquette, proper manners, maturing.
Hmm.
Maybe that's what happens when you die at that young age. You just stay forever young.
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Only other thing I want to mention is just the fact that pretty much got a confirmed Yuri couple in this show with Ari
Yeah.
and Seiron.
Holding each other's hand.
Yeah, because she says something to the effect of like, "I don't really care what anybody thinks of me as long as I have you." And then Seiron was being like very shy about it, but yeah, looks like it's a official thing. What I've noticed in Yuri shows is they love to have. This is really a lot of romance. It's always like the secondary couple or like the side characters. They're always the ones that get like confirmed relationship status, but like the main ones are the ones that got to work towards being in a relationship in the first place.
Yeah.
Happens a lot.
For sure. Yeah, but and they're confirmed too, because they didn't show them holding their hands once but twice. Like the first episode they did that, and then the second one they even made it more detailed where she did that first and then she slowly did her hands.
Yeah.
Like, we get it, they're a couple.
Well, speaking of couple, you have two choices. Kill or pass.
When it comes to this series, as I mentioned before, I didn't know where we were going with this. I was just kind of like, okay, Yuri Potter, essentially. What are they going to do with this? Honestly, I was just kind of on the fence with this for a while now, because I was like, okay, it's set in a dystopian world and they're fighting against, like preachers or people, sorcerers, whatever. What else is going to happen? This episode definitely took it for a turn for me, and I was just like, wow, okay, I'm interested now and I want to know what's going to happen next. So for me, it's a pass, just because you can't by episode 3 end like that and expect me not want to know what happened next. I want to know what happens next.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on the same wavelength as you. I'm still kind of on the fence about this show because I feel like for what is established with this war or with this world being war riddled and whatnot, you haven't seen that, and that's kind of disappointing because like they could really set the tone for how dreary the series can be, and so far maybe it's trying to catch us off guard, a la Madoka Magica or something like that. But it's just been kind of like just slice of life ish, with some like horrific elements in it, but with Sheena getting her arm chopped off and what we see in this episode. But I feel like we need to see more of the fighting while it's happening. Like they could do a lot with it that I don't think they have been doing thus far. But I will agree with you that last part of the episode is definitely intriguing enough for me to want to see more from this show on the podcast, so I am passing it as well.
Right. And C, are you passing it? All right. Yeah, I guess that's a yes. Pass. Thank you, C.
And yeah, I agree with that, Ellie. Cough, cough, kind of fairy tale. Yeah, pretty much the relationship confirming thing. Our last show of the night is a show you should be familiar with if you're a part of the KOA fandom. That show is not Sparks of Yesterday, not Sparks of Today, but Sparks of Tomorrow, episode 4.
Yes. We could also call it Yosuke cakes. Because we got some more booty shots this episode too.
It's
They
just
love
so
showing off this man's ass.
yeah, it's just so detailed. That's the thing that gets me about it. It's not like, somebody's just getting screenshots of like choice animation moments. No, they are focusing on the ass is front and center.
And you read the subtitles and it's right there. You can't escape it. Yeah, there's nothing else in the picture except the ass, and I'm just like, okay, we know what they're doing here. So
Yeah.
with this particular episode, we had it kind of focused mainly on Inako and her mother, and basically just like kind of remembering her mother and helping somebody else kind of through a grieving process and whatnot. Yeah, Inako was essentially based off of the opening that we saw, the glue that held the family together.
Yeah.
You know, because when she passed on, father doesn't know what to do. He seems lost. Both daughters seem to be in shambles. They're just like drifting farther apart from their dad, and seems like the sake business is not as good as it used to be because of that. And yeah, she was definitely the glue that held everything together. And sad because we learned that the very thing that she loved doing was the thing that killed her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sad.
So,
but,
yeah,
electricity? Huh? Yeah? Huh?
I kind of want to throw this back to you because you have a unique perspective being a parent. How do we feel about Inako's dad giving this information? Because we knew the mom was dead, but I feel like this episode kind of puts you in his shoes a little more, because we saw that there was a genuine love that existed with this family when she was around. So is there any sympathy to be garnered for him? Or is he just a lost cause?
I definitely think there's sympathy. The only reason I say that is because I think what we see is just one side of him, and that's the lashing out. You're going to do what I say. I'm the father, and you're my daughter, and I'm going to marry you off, blah, blah, blah. From that interaction towards the very beginning that we saw, and just, he snatched the papers and just essentially was like frustrated, maybe at a loss of words, didn't know what to do, looked and saw his wife's little memorial and was just like, I don't know what to do, honey. I'm at a loss here. I wish you were here and you would know better. And what that tells me is that he is grieving still, and it sounds like it's been years, and instead of trying to get to know his daughter, to get to know his children, he just decided to bottle that up and not want to reach out and, I don't know, like maybe talk, because, heaven forbid he shows a little emotion and cry over the loss of his wife and everything. Because I think essentially what happened with him is what happened with this other the other people in the show where the wife was mourning the loss of her husband.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like if the roles were kind of reversed. It's like he wants to talk to her still. He's missing out, and it's like, I don't know what to do. And it's like, of course, if we had the chance, we would want to say our last goodbyes to our loved ones and whatnot. But at the end of the day, they're gone, and the only thing you can do is either move on from it, but you'll never forget. So essentially, what I get from the dad is just that the wife, the mother, was definitely the glue that held everything together. She was in charge of everything. She basically did everything. And once that was gone, so was the sake brewery and everything. And yeah, I just think he's lost as far as like wanting to know where to go from here, and he's trying to salvage it because he's marrying off his daughter for money essentially. He didn't have money problems when his wife was alive, and I think it just comes down to not wanting to lose what he had, even though he's already lost everything else, which is his wife and maybe his brewery soon. But long and the short of it, I know that was a little long-winded, but I don't think he's not far gone from being saved. I just think if there was somebody that could say the right words and basically kind of encourage him, like, that other, woman, she had the encouraging words said to her, and she just kind of like got back up and was like, okay, I'm sorry for being so grieving. Let's get back to business. I know it's never that simple, but I think that's kind of where maybe he needs maybe a little therapy, maybe someone to talk to, because who does he have? He's got no one. He's got 2 daughters, and I guarantee you he doesn't say anything to them other than obey me, listen, obey. So that's where it comes from.
Yeah, I appreciate your perspective on it. I
Thank
will
you.
say, yeah, I think the void of a soul is something that just cannot be filled, especially when that soul is your soul mate, your mom, any type of family member that is in your immediate family. It's just hard to overcome. So I think, although like whenever I watch the show, because I watch it on I'm streaming it when I watch it, although I always call him a bum and make fun of him and throw tomatoes at him, I do think there is a level of sympathy that I reserve for him, although I don't like to express it just because of like some of the things that he does that I don't like.
Yeah.
Putting myself in his shoes with what's going on, especially because you get, like you said, the parallel to Nishkia's mom and what she's going through with her husband and seeing how hard it is for her to move on. I started to think about the dad and how he's felt in all of this. And yeah, I think you're right. I don't think he's ever expressed his grief. And I think he's been trying to move on and fill in place for the mom in terms of just keeping this brewery up and running. But he's been unsuccessful. And I think things are really starting to fall apart for him because like he's collecting debts. He can't pay them. And he feels like the only way, because now this puts in perspective of why he decided to marry off Inako. And I still don't agree with that, obviously. But instead of just it being like, oh, I want to protect this, I want to protect my money, it now kind of puts in perspective, I want to protect the memory and the legacy of something that my wife built. It means a lot more seeing this episode. So yeah, I do feel that he's got some issues and he can get better. I think there is room for him to be redeemed. I don't think he's so far gone now, but it's going to take some work, and he has to talk to his daughter because he has one daughter in particular that's really brilliant and could change the world if you let her, but he's not really respecting what she has to offer, and I think that's a big mistake on his end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's sad. But I agree. He's not far from saving. He's definitely he's there. He's just, you know, one track mind right now. I am your father, you will obey. I mean, that's always the one thing that people say when they don't want to talk. Just do what I say. Don't ignore me. I am your father. This under my house, my rules, that's, but we never want to come to the crossroads of why is she saying this?
Yeah.
Well, for one, have you seen that ass? I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married to that. Oh, yeah. But other than Anako's dad being a bum, we essentially get a new kind of electricity invention in this episode. And Sasuke, they invented a telephone.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the electric bath first.
Oh, the electric. Okay. Scratch that. The electric bath is a bad idea.
Good. Maybe good for torture or something, though.
Oh, yeah. Where is she? Where's Rachel? I mean, okay, if nothing else, he created two items, two machines, two inventions. He created a torture device, and he created a telephone. But yeah, I loved essentially how that was all put together with Kahachi. At first, he didn't want to do anything. He was just like, nah, I don't want to help her. But Anako, always being the one to force people to do stuff, she she was like, come on, Kahachi, please.
You made it sound like a master manipulator. Always force people to do stuff they don't want to do.
I mean, she did put his hand in the water.
Like you're right, but it's just funny because of like the positive and like upbeat spin they put on it. But you are right. Like people don't want to do shit. Like the Nishikiya's mom is just like, just leave me alone, you little bitch. I just want to cry and stay in my room.
Yeah.
Like, no, you had to get out of here. You had to move forward.
Yeah, she went there after school almost every day just to tell her. She's like, no, I said leave me alone, go away. And then on the last try, she's just like, you petulant girl, why do you keep torture me so? And then she was like, please, I know how it feels, I lost my mother too. And then she just slid open the door and was like, if I do this, will you leave me the fuck alone? That didn't happen. But no, she essentially did give in to that. And I mean, she'd been grieving so much. She had dead legs and freaking was starting to get a cramp.
Yeah. The shop was collecting so much dust. So she's been in a state for a minute. Yeah.
It's a shame. It's sad. But like I said, everybody goes through grieving very differently. Some it takes a while, some it happens instantly, and then it's just they never recover. But I'm curious of your thoughts about this, and I know maybe I'm jumping towards the end, but I'm still curious. The whole telephone idea was essentially used as a way to talk to your dead loved ones and everything, and it was more to like talk to her husband and everything. Mm-hmm. She thought she was talking to her husband. It wasn't her husband though. It was, what would that be? Her son?
Yeah, it was her son.
Yeah, her son, because that's where this whole problem started, by the way, which was him just out in the middle of the street, mommy. It was so funny. I'm like, what's this kid's problem? Mommy.
Yeah.
My question to you is, do the lines justify the means when it comes to trying to make people feel better? Because she thought she was talking to her husband. It was essentially a lie. She wasn't talking to her husband. She was talking to her son, but it worked in the end. So is it a bad thing?
In this instance, yes, I do think the ends justify the means. Obviously it's manipulative to do what they did, and because they basically tricked her into believing that she's talking to her dead husband. But I think for everybody's sake, not just for Nishkia's, not just for his mom, but like for the whole shop, everybody involved, they needed her to move forward in life, and she was just at a standstill. And if she could get those encouraging words from her husband, who suddenly passed while she was off working, if that's what it takes to get her moving forward, I think there's definitely a moral dilemma with what went on there. I wouldn't advise to do it, but I think given the extreme situation that they're in, I do think that was the right thing to do. Because the ramifications were pretty much that she was going to waste away and die. And then the shop was going to just go away. And Nishkia was probably going to be on the street somewhere, and everything was going to fail. So that was the severity of the situation, because she just was staying in a room praying and not really doing anything, just stagnant in life. So, yeah, I do think the ends justify the means. And that was just a real sad scene too for me.
Yeah.
Like, I was on the verge of tearing up. It was really sad, because it was breaking up Nishkia, because he's manipulating his mom, and he knows it, and it's hard for him because it's like, this is my dad I'm impersonating, and I'm telling my mom to move forward, and I got to tell her the right things while also holding in my grief of how I feel about my own father. It's just, man, it was a real tough scene.
Yeah, I definitely agree that the ends justify the means as well. Do I think it's morally right? No. Do I think in order to make somebody it's going to kind of sound bad, snap out of it and kind of get back to reality in a way and do what you've been doing this whole time? Yes. I think it's good for that, because now, would I be saying this if for some reason they were caught in that lie? Like if somebody turned the corner and go, wait, are you talking to her? What? Why are you pretending to be this person? Then of course that looks bad, and then you don't know what the fuck she's gonna do at that point, because she's assuming she's talking to her dead husband. Then all of a sudden, oh, hold on, I'm breaking up, I can't hear you. And then he has to hang up the phone, so to speak. And then because it's definitely a dilemma for sure, because it's like, morally, it's kind of messed up, but if it makes people happy at the end, who are we to judge and say if it's bad? So it was just interesting to me, because I was just like, because at first I was like, what are they gonna try to do? Because I didn't know what they were gonna do. It's like, you can talk to your dead husband. I'm like, oh God, ow, like what? I didn't know I don't know if they were gonna like hold up a picture or something, or if they were gonna do something with electricity. I mean, they did something with electricity, but I didn't know it was gonna be the means of essentially using AI to talk to your dead relative.
Yeah.
So, I mean, crazy. It's crazy. But, I just thought it was just interesting, because at the end of the day, I don't think there's a right or wrong answer, because I think you can look at it and go, that's wrong, they shouldn't have done that. But you could also look at it and say, no, I feel like they should have done that.
Yeah.
Because I think people are right and wrong. Well, they're right both ways.
Yeah. Like you don't want to condone it just because like something like this just taking it in a vacuum, like this could be used for nefarious means and
Oh, for
whatnot.
sure.
But just given the severity of the situation, given the scenario, I think it was the right thing. Because like I said, I feel like the consequence of her being in the state that she was in with no type of closure or anything was probably going to end with her dying pretty soon. Like with the thing you commented on, when Inako got her out of her room, she couldn't even walk straight because of how cooped up she was in that room, just in a prayer stance. So she wasn't taking care of herself. And if this was the way to, jumpstart her and to continue on with life, I think it may not have been ethnically right or ethically right, but I feel like they did right by her. There was definitely the right intentions.
Yeah, because I definitely don't think there was any maliciousness behind it. Like, let's just say, for the sake of argument, she did find out this isn't my husband. Who the fuck am I talking to? This is literally impossible. And then she finds out that it's her son, and she goes, she asks her, "Why did you do that?" Well, because I wanted you to, to not be sad anymore. And I think that alone is commendable. You're doing it because you love somebody, because you don't want them to be sad. You don't want them to be in pain anymore. And I think when it comes to that, you can't really be upset. It's like, yeah, sure, you can be a little miffed and be like, oh, how could you do that? But it's not like it was anything. They weren't trying to steal nothing from you. They weren't trying to you just got punked. It's just, record your reaction and put you on a reality TV show or anything. No, this was essentially more to just help you get that closure that you felt you didn't get. And I think ultimately that is okay.
Now, Mur,
so
tell her that you'll be fine. I'll be fine, wife. Don't worry about it. Start freaking out.
It's like the Impractical Jokers or something. Like, now tell her that you left $100 under your mattress. And you just see Sal falling over. Oh my God. Midnight said, who more caked up, Buddy or Vegeta?
Vegeta? Where did that come from?
Yeah, I didn't know he was caked, but Buddy's definitely caked. Lightning Eagle said, it's not, but I'd let my son it, like maybe son do it. Life has choices, not right or wrong answers, sadly. I mean, yeah, that's true. Life does have choices, and I think everything's always, like how you look at it. Sometimes you could say it's wrong, sometimes you could say it's right. Honestly, I don't think any of us have right or wrong answers when it comes to like doing what's considered right in the world. Because there's a lot of people that do what they feel is right, but when people look at it, they go, dude, that was so wrong. Why did you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I really liked this episode because I thought just in a vacuum, the story was really good. But I liked how it connected with Inako and like her possibility of maybe reconnecting with her father through their shared grief of her mother and his wife, because there's some untapped trauma there that he doesn't want to address, that because I feel like from the father's perspective, I know he's probably grieving, but he's not really thinking about how his daughters may feel, because they gotta hurt from it too,
Yeah.
Inako's whole faith thing comes from her mom.
Yeah.
As we found out.
Yep. And we found out that she always had a good nose for when it comes to like smelling and understanding sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we saw that. I forgot what it was. Essentially, she said something or asked something, but then her mother was like, "You just gotta believe. You gotta have faith. You know,
Yeah.
that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And that's how I know everything will work out."
Yeah. Yeah, that's something she's latched on to, and we know why. And we already commented about this before, the opening changing. I really like how we get storytelling within the opening, where they change the opening all the time. And this opening was focused on the way they illustrated it was so dope. Just like the last sequence of where you see the past of this family, and they're so tight knit, literally within the proximity of it, because they silhouette all the figures. But then you see to the right, there's distance going in between all the different characters that's left remaining. Inako, her sister, and her father.
Yeah, Nanako was actually looking back at that family, reminiscing of what she had, wanting that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great attention to detail, because they did that. I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before, but they did that with Kihachi and his brother. They essentially did an opening like that with them. Not so much being bad or whatever. Well, I'd have to see it again. Maybe they did. I really wasn't paying attention, to be honest. But I do know that they did have them together. So, yeah, it kind of like goes back and forth. And maybe it's just going to be like that moving forward, where it's going to go back between, you know, Inako and Kahachi, and maybe even creepy ass Yosuke. You know, it's maybe he's gonna have an opening, which he was the way it ended. Ugh.
His was the second episode.
Oh, God, I'd have to watch it again. Like I said, sometimes I forget these things. Just I forget, but that does sound familiar. I think you're right. He was slowly going into the house to get the catalog, right?
Yeah,
I do remember that. Okay. Okay.
All
right, that's good.
So we might as well talk about the ending.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, the whatever the fuck contraption in the room.
Yeah, I was like at a loss for words. I was like, what? What is this? So, Yosuke, he doesn't wear clothes most of this episode. You know, he's in the bath. He's, upset over the catalog. He says, who's his assistant's name? Like,
we still don't have a name for him, I don't think.
It's like his butler. He's just like, give me a change of clothes. And he just like throws his robe off or whatever. Dude doesn't wear clothes for shit. But he's upset over the catalog. Oh, they gave me a fake one. How do you know this stuff? This isn't fair. Oh, this, oh, that. The episode ends, he's really upset with the catalog, and his butler's essentially just like, just chill, just let it go. We'll take we'll basically keep tabs on Kihachi and see what's going on. And they basically said, hey, they didn't say this, but he invented a telephone and helped with that individual, and she got her spark back. Oh, great. Yeah, that's perfect.
They specifically said that he was able to let her talk to the dead, which is very important because of what happened at the end of the episode.
Yeah, so that happened. He essentially was like, I don't know, not freaking out, but just kind of like, oh, it should have been me.
Yeah.
He goes down this flight of stairs, goes to the Bat Cave, all the way down in the basement. And we see, I don't even know what it is. Like, we don't even see much, to be honest. But what we do see is Yosuke talking to a hand that has all these different little like contraptions on it. It's like, I don't know, like bearings and pieces and just, like that. And then it just kind of like does a little slow pan out. Again, you don't see everything yet, but it almost reminds me of something you'd see from like Ghost in a Shell or something like that. And I'm just like, please don't tell me that's who I think it is. Please do not tell me that that is Sekiro's either dead or alive body, because all we know is that the man's dead. And if that is Sekiro, is he alive or dead? Because if it's a dead body, whoa. It's just whoa.
Either way it goes, this is like, yeah, I don't even know I didn't, because they've already made him the antagonist. But this is on a different level that you would normally get in this situation. This is evil, Like before it was just kind of like, okay, toxic yaoi. But now this is evil yaoi.
Yeah.
If it is what we think it is, because we can agree that that's at least what they're hinting towards, that this is Seiruku. We don't know if it is him, because like you said, we didn't really get to see a clear shot or anything, but for sure what they're hinting towards is that this is Seiruku, because he's literally addressing whatever we're seeing as Seiruku. He's talking about we should have built this together and yada yada yada. So this is looking very creepy. It's kind of making it seem like he wants to resurrect Seiruku in some form through electricity on some Frankenstein shit.
Huh.
I'm not sure, but it's kind of scary and creepy. And
that tub is going to come in handy.
Oh, yeah. They need to show this to Inako's dad and go like, yeah, you need to cancel this wedding, because no.
That's one of those. You need to listen to your daughter right now. Why? Because you're about to force her to marry somebody that has a dead body and is, in his basement.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, I did want to save the brewery.
Well, now I can make more money.
I can extort the man. Yeah, no, that's because for me, it raises a lot of questions, because I'm just like, if you're trying to find this catalog, and yeah, okay, the only thing that I would say makes sense is he has to be dead, so it's a dead body. Because if he was alive, why would he have him tied up like that? You know what I mean? It just doesn't make it. Can you tell me where the catalog is? Oh yeah, sure. Just 2 houses to the left. Can't miss it. Please get me out of this thing. But yeah, it makes more sense that he's dead and that he's trying to bring him back to life. Because I agree with you. I think it's on this weird, sick, evil yaoi shit where it's just like, we'll be together forever, baby. But yeah, and again, this is all assuming if that is Sekiro. Who knows? Maybe he addresses his name as he's like looking at this thing. So it has to be him. If it's not, I'm going to be a little upset and go, why did you make him say that?
Yeah.
Right then and there to trick us? How dare you?
I do want to raise the possibility maybe he's in a state where he can't talk, like he's brain dead, in a vegetative state, something like that, and maybe he thinks electricity could save his mind
from the war. Maybe, like maybe he got paralyzed or something.
That
became a vegetable.
Yeah, that could be a possibility. Not sure.
Interesting.
Not sure.
Yeah, it just raises more questions than anything else. But what we can agree, in that we think it is Sekiro.
Mm-hmm.
We think he's definitely not in a state of mind, whether he be alive or dead. He's not of mind. And Yosuke is a piece of shit. He's evil.
Yeah. Also, and I less believe this. Again, I'm just throwing out possibilities. It could just be something that he made, like a shrine of some sorts.
Like it's a robot.
Not necessarily a robot, but I mean, I guess you could say, but with all like the different things he has around him, but like maybe something to be made to look like Seiruku. The only reason I bring up this possibility is because from what we did see of it, I would imagine that if it was a dead body, it would at least be decomposed, depending on the time frame of it. So
True.
that kind of makes me a little wary of the whole dead thing. But at the very least, I don't think Seiruku's in a good state. Like I think that for sure we can all agree on. Seiruku is not well. I just don't know
Please
how
help
well.
Me.
Big brother
Edward.
Edward.
Pesky. What did he say? I hate observant brats or whatever.
Yeah, I hate observant brats like you.
Yeah, but yeah, that was essentially the episode. It had a nice wholesome moment, and then for the last 10 seconds, it turned extremely dark.
Evil yandere.
Just very dark. Just like I said we didn't know what to expect when it came to I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. But this,
yeah.
I honestly didn't think we were ever going to see something like this in this series. And I'm being honest with that.
Yeah, like that's why I'm also kind of like iffy about him being dead, because I'm like, wait, this is a KyoAni show, right? Like I know they got Violet Evergarden, but shit. What?
They're expanding their genre. They're going a different route.
Yeah, guess so.
This is their Yandere arc, not art. This is their Yandere arc.
This is like a step beyond what you usually see from the studio, but
it's almost like something you would. What was that one show that was like infamous for being like bad like this? School Days. Something you would see something like that at School Days. Yeah, KyoAni, where Murha and all this other like cutesy K-on. Let's eat some cake and tea, but then they step it up and do some evil yandere or yaoi shit, and you're just like, all right, where are we going with this?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I am curious in my Eru Kitanda voice. I'm curious.
Yeah, she's just gonna get up in front of Yosuke's face and go, "Why do you have Sekiro's dead body under there? Please, you gotta have faith. Get away from me." Oh, look, a bag is here.
What's good, bag?
If that happens, Ellie, I hope you see every second of it. Oh, because Ellie said that there's gonna be a twerking opening soon.
Could be. They love this guy. They love Yosuke's ass.
I'm gonna say we know who's gonna be the center of attention. It ain't gonna be anyone else's ass but his.
No, that's the funny part. They aren't doing any fan service with any women, but him. He's got a bubble bath scene. His ass is in full view every single time. He had that one moment where he's like hugging Kihachi from behind. Like they're giving him everything.
One of the last things we see, other than the hand and the pan out, was him sitting down on his ass and talking. Oh, it should have been a Sekiro. I'm like, and it held on it for a while.
Yeah. But I think that is all there is to talk about with Sparks of Tomorrow.
No viewer questions.
Yeah, no viewer questions. So hey, if you want to ask any questions, You could always look at the description, click that link, ask questions, and we will answer them next week. But let me get your screen right here. But yeah, that is the pod in a nutshell. I want to thank everybody who joined us tonight. Ellie, Midnight, Bag, Crepit Storm, Birds. We actually had a good turnout today. Boba.
Yeah, we did.
Trayvon, Fader, and even you, C Tactics. Even you, C Tactics.
Even you can prevent sea tactics. No, I'm kidding.
Yes. And everybody who is watching the VOD, appreciate you as well. I hope you will like this video, comment on it, and share it with your buds. Get this podcast circulating a little more. But it is time that we call it a day. Our link is in the chat right now. It is also always in the description. $1. $1 MF dollar. I know you got one of those. Look, you see this? That's a quarter. Get 4 of those. You're a part of our Patreon.
You're almost
Easy
there.
enough. Easy enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do that for us.
Please.
Please.
We're not forcing you or anything, but please.
I'm not forcing you or anything like that. But
well, okay, Sasuke's he's doing something. I don't think he's forcing you though. It's just look, he's just showing you it. That's all he's doing. What is that?
Whoa! Where did that come from? Like I got to treat it like Akio. Whoa! That was just glued to my. What the fuck? Put that down over there. I didn't.
How did that get there?
Pesky thing. It just sticks to you. Just like Whoa. Sorry about that. But yeah, $1. You got $1 somewhere in your pocket.
Speaking of dollar, thanks to one of our new members that we got not that long ago. Last week we got a new one. It was Boba Fettuccine, I think is how you say the name.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for the $1.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Yes. But we'll call it a pod. Again, appreciate everybody who is watching. Y'all have a good night, morning, afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. I'm Sasuke the Savage. It's Everything Animated. And we are out. Peace and love.
Later.